A very good morning to all of you. This topic is a topic which has given me nightmares for decades. I couldn't do well in my school because my memory was bad. I had a lot of difficulty in passing my CA exam because my memory was bad. And later in my practice, I was faced with a situation where, in spite of my not so good memory, I had to become an expert in the subject I chose. So I put some things in place after the age of 45. And I hope whatever I put in place and whatever I share can help you because memory can be improved. Unfortunately, I did not know this in my younger days. I kept thinking my memory is bad and I accepted that my memory is bad. Let's look at this topic a little more in depth. Tony Buzan says that memory and creativity are essential to education. But if you teach memory incorrectly, that's what had happened with me. It's a total waste of time and it will inhibit learning. That's what it did for me. So therefore, I was a bad learner till the age of 40, 42. Most of us struggle with remembering important details, tasks, information, answers while studying. Let's look at some of the ways to improve our memory. There are some conducive things generally which have nothing to do with the mind, and there are some specific ways of improving it. Let's look at what they are. General empowering habits. The picture tells it all. First, biggest mistake I was doing is I was keeping on saying, I am having bad memory. My memory is bad. You know my memory. I can't remember. This I've told to myself 10,000 times in my life or more. And therefore, what was happening? My memory was getting worse and worse. But sometime, as I said, in around 40, 45, I came to know that it is this particular negative thinking itself is one of the reasons for it. Instead of saying my memory is bad, I can say I am not so good at remembering as of now, but I am improving my memory day by day. Next, you'll be surprised. Exercise regularly to be energized. Certain chemicals get released whenever we exercise 20 minutes or more. And these help us to think better, retain better, have a calm mind. Get proper 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Sleeping one day 10 hours and next day 2 hours, 3 hours for 2-3 days. These are not going to help you to have a great habit. Your habits are self-defeating in the long term. Once in a way, something urgent, you work long hours, good, but ideal, get these sleeping hours in. Even when we study or work, let's have a regular movement. Every half an hour, get up, walk a little, hydrate yourself, take a little water, stretch yourself, then get back. Maybe it is a 3-minute break, but take a 3-minute break every half an hour and you'll see your fatigue will be less. Your understanding will be much faster. Sometimes we are not focused. We are too much tangential. Our mind is taking us from one place to another. I try to think of something. Suddenly I think of something else. I go there. Then I think of something else. I go somewhere else. So whatever I'm doing, it gets lost. So I mean, I need to concentrate. I need to focus. Maybe meditation can be there. Google, how can I increase my focus? You can get it. One of the biggest problems in today's life, which I see, which we did not have, is distraction. When I was growing up, when I was in Patna in my school, there was no hotel to go to. There's no hotel, simple. So the question of going to hotel was not there. It was only going to somebody else's house to eat different food. Today, you just think of something, click, 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 it's on the way. Whatever food it is, whatever drink it is, whichever type of food it is. What about the internet? Ting, ping keeps coming every time I look at the notification. Sometimes I reply, sometimes I don't reply. Half my working time is lost in mindless answering tings and pings which have nothing to do with my career, nothing to do with my happiness. Actually, they may be invading my space. Over a period of time, it becomes a habit which is killing me. This has become the biggest disease now. The internet, the video games, the Google, the Instagrams, these have become the biggest disease in the world. They are taking away your prime working time. Your mind space is being taken over by them, the sellers, the Amazons, maybe even food. Take diet, take proper food, nutritious food. Maybe you would like to add beetroot juice, ABC, ABC, apple, banana, and what is C, carrot. Eat carrots. These are all empowering. This help the mind directly, the memory directly. Of course, they help many other things also. These are general. Why don't we build a ecosystem which is going to help my memory, which will help me when I do the other things which are specific to increasing or improving my memory. While the good environment has been made in the background, what specifically should I do to improve my memory? Spaced repetition. This is a 3,000-year-old technique for studying. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Archimedes set out this. He was supposed to be one of the wisest men on this earth. He said, anything you can remember by first writing it down. When it is said, say a teacher is teaching, you are making notes. That is the first way you repeat. At the end of the day, write down what is the summary of it. This summary, you keep it aside now. Next day, again, you go for the class. You do that day's class, whatever is there, come back, and then yesterday's whatever summary you have made, read it again. At the end of the week, the entire week's summary, read it again. So this is called a spaced repetition. One of my friends, Abraham Matthews, used to do this, and he got a rank everywhere. He got a rank in BCom. He used to be second rank. I was nowhere near a rank. He got a rank in CA, CS. His system was this: read, reread, and reread. Also, he used to have everyday reading. Every day he will study for 1 hour. During exams, he'll come and teach us to pass. Another way of remembering is acronyms. Link that particular name or point to something else which is similar. Sometimes you can use mnemonics. These are different letters, starting letters of each of that points. Say you have 6 points, you have 6 letters. From those 6 letters, you make a sentence. That sentence you remember. Every time you want to get back, go back to the first. Say it says a number of A. What does A mean? What does O mean? What does F mean? Whatever. Mnemonics. I cannot teach you this because I never learned it. But there is a wealth of information available on the net. If you want, you can Google it and get lots. One of the ways which I have used is use of calendar. Calendar can be in many ways. It can be on your mobile phone. It can be on your laptop. It can be written. It can be in small, notebooks which you carry everywhere. Nowadays, I don't think anybody carries notebooks. Everybody has mobile however. And carry it everywhere. Whatever you choose to have, calendar. Obviously, calendar means you need to see that you refer to it. if it is physical. If it is automated like the mobile, then you can set reminders so that you can go back to it. For example, I have to do some work which I have to deliver next week. So what I will do is I'll fix a reminder in the end of this week or in the middle of this week, which will simply mention that particular topic. Then I know, oh, I've forgotten this. Let me work on that. Then there'll be one more reminder one day before that particular job is done. And then you complete it. So this is something which I can use a calendar or reminder for. And in case you do it on your mobile, it will also give you a ping and it will pop up. You can use a tracker nowadays. Earlier tracker had to be manual. Nowadays you can have a tracker on your laptop or mobile itself. And the tracker can also mail everybody who is involved. Say you're doing a project along with 4 people. It will also give auto mails when things don't get done or reminders to get it done in that time. Something was not done, immediately a mail will go to escalate it also. It will not only go to the persons concerned, to the bosses. One of the ways in which we can improve memory is that we should take responsibility for others, especially if you are managers, partners, seniors. Hold yourself responsible for others' errors. So once I know that the other person may forget, I need to remember. So if I put this particular point in my mind, then I am more likely to remember. Whatever I think is important, I always remember, no? Of course, in old age, sometimes what is important also you forget. But in normal course, I would say that we don't forget what we don't want to forget. Sometimes we forget what we don't like. Easiest way to do it is to use a to-do list, if at all you have. Every day you put a to-do list in the starting, pick off what all is done, something not done, carry it forward to the next page. In case the to-do list is becoming long, you need to take care of it. For that, you might have to look at a video on productivity and time management, which has also been recorded on the same site. So what is the most effective technique for retention? Focus on how to improve with use of tools. We have looked at some answers. Remember, whatever I have talked about is a few commonsensical things, plus a little of research which I have done in this area. I am certainly able to remember more of the important things today than I was able to do 10 years back. Thank you. There's a small article also on this. If you're interested, you can look at it. Thank you very much. I hope it was of some use. At least it may have given you some ideas. I am not an expert on memory, that's for sure. Thank you very much.